The Namib Desert, one of the most extreme and unforgiving environments on the planet. Here, the sun is not just a source of light, it is an executioner. By midday, temperatures soar past 70 degrees Celsius, hot enough to scorch flesh and cook anything unfortunate enough to be caught on the open sand. Most creatures know better than to challenge the relentless heat and retreat into the safety of burrows, shade, or beneath rocks. But there is one tiny warrior that refuses to hide. Meet the Hotrod Ant, a desert forager that thrives where others fall. Built for speed and endurance, this insect navigates the burning wasteland in search of food, relying on its long legs to keep its body slightly elevated above the deadly sand, where the temperature is a few degrees cooler. But in the Namib, heat is not the only threat. Something far more sinister lurks beneath the surface, lying in wait for any creature unfortunate enough to step into its trap. A hidden predator, perfectly adapted for ambush, preys upon anything that dares to stray too close. As the sun rises, the desert begins to wake. Deep beneath the sand, creatures stir in their burrows, waiting for nightfall. But for the Hotrod ants, the hunt begins now. Their underground nest remains a safe haven, a complex network of tunnels where the colony thrives, but food is scarce. The desert does not offer easy meals, and scavenging is the only way to survive. A single worker ant emerges first, stepping onto the hot sand, testing the conditions. The heat is already unbearable, but there is no time to hesitate. With quick, measured steps, the scout moves across the terrain, its antenna twitching as it searches for the scent of something edible. The desert is a graveyard of the slow and the weak. Creatures that succumb to the heat become a feast for those that can endure. The ant knows this and wastes no time. In the distance, a glimmer of movement catches its attention. A beetle, lying still, its body crisp from the relentless sun. The perfect meal. The ant signals the colony, and within moments, dozens of workers pour out of the nest, moving as a single unit. Their long legs allow them to cover great distances quickly, but they cannot afford to stop for too long. Every moment spent on the sand is a gamble with death. The beetle's body is large, but teamwork is key. The ants work quickly, preparing to drag it back home, but something isn't right. The ground ahead is covered in small, perfectly circular pits, each one no more than a few inches across. To the untrained eye, they seem like mere indentations in the sand, but to the ants, they are something far more dangerous. These pits are death traps designed by one of the most efficient killers in the insect world, the antlion larva. Hidden just beneath the surface, this predator is the master of ambush hunting. Unlike the ants, it does not chase its prey. Instead, it waits, motionless, buried under a fine layer of sand, its deadly pincers poised for the kill. Each pit is a carefully engineered trap, a perfectly shaped cone designed to capture anything that falls inside. The walls are steep, and the fine grains of sand make escape almost impossible. The antlion's strategy is simple: wait for something to slip and then strike. The Hotrod ants know the risk. Their instincts tell them to be cautious, but hunger drives them forward. The carcass must be taken back to the nest, and avoiding the pits means taking a longer route. More time spent under the burning sun. They must move quickly. One ant makes a miscalculation. A single misstep is all it takes. It loses its footing on the loose sand and tumbles into the pit of death. For a split second, everything is still. The ant scrambles, its legs flailing as it tries to climb back up the steep wall. But the antlion has been waiting. With an almost imperceptible twitch, it moves beneath the sand, sending a cascade of tiny grains tumbling downward. The ant slides closer to the center, its frantic movements causing more sand to shift. And then the real attack begins. The antlion flicks its head, launching sand into the air, creating a miniature avalanche. Each grain of sand that falls makes the pit deeper, sending the ant spiraling further downward. The more the ant struggles, the worse its situation becomes. Its legs find no traction, and within moments it is sliding straight into the jaws of the waiting predator. The antlion strikes with lightning speed, its curved mandibles clamping down on the struggling victim. A quick injection of venom follows, paralyzing the ant almost instantly. It has no time to fight back. Within seconds, it is dragged beneath the sand, where the antlion will slowly digest its body from the inside out, extracting every bit of nourishment before discarding the empty exoskeleton. Above ground, the rest of the colony pauses. They have witnessed the attack. But there is no time for grief in the desert. The mission must continue. The beetle carcass is too valuable to abandon. They move cautiously, skirting the edges of the death traps, navigating the minefield of doom that has claimed so many victims before. For the next 30 minutes, the ants remain locked in a delicate dance with death. Every step must be precise. They cannot afford another loss. But as they near the end of the pit-filled terrain, a new threat emerges. A desert lizard, perfectly camouflaged against the sand, has been watching. It has seen the ants struggling under the midday sun, and it knows they are vulnerable. With a flick of its tongue, it strikes, lunging forward in a blur of speed. The ants scatter, breaking formation, their survival instincts kicking in. The lizard is faster than any of them, but it can only catch one at a time. It snatches an unfortunate worker, crushing it between its jaws. The others make their move. Their home is just ahead. The entrance to the nest is a small hole in the sand, barely noticeable, but to the ants, it is salvation. They push forward, dragging the beetle's body as fast as they can. The lizard tries again, but the ants are nearly there. In a final desperate push, the colony vanishes into their burrow, their hard-earned prize disappearing with them. The lizard pauses, disappointed, before moving on to search for easier prey. The ants have won this round, but the war for survival is never over. Tomorrow they will emerge again, facing the same dangers, knowing that beneath the sand the antlions will be waiting, ready to claim their next victim. The Namib Desert is a battlefield, and in this endless cycle of predator and prey, only the fastest, smartest, and most relentless will live to see another day. Will the Hotrod ants continue to outmaneuver their enemies, or will they one day become just another casualty in the desert's deadly food chain? One thing is certain: in this land of fire and sand, only the strong survive. If you love stories of nature's deadliest battles, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible survival stories from the wild.